All right, so we are in the middle of filming. We're creating a bunch of content for YouTube. And one of the videos that we did was like all the books we recommend. So you may or may not have already seen that one. One of the things that like kind of fell off the shelf was my first entrepreneur journal. This is the first journal I ever had as an entrepreneur way back in the day. And I kind of thought it would be fun for us to look through it together and see the journey. And I think the thing for you, the like what's in it for you, is you can see where my mind space was at then. Maybe your mind space is similar. And you say, oh, Maria was thinking this way, I'm thinking this way, I'm on a good trajectory. Or, oh, Maria was thinking this way, maybe I need to shift my thinking a little bit. If anything, it will help you see that we all start from zero, because when I wrote in this book, I was 100% at zero. So I thought it'd be kind of fun if we look through it. I'll read you some entries, and it's pretty jam-packed. I don't really have very good handwriting, but it's full. The first entry I think was from 2016, August 28th, 2016. So that's basically, because I didn't know about journaling when I first started entrepreneurship. So I started my business in 2013. I started journaling in 2016, and it's 2022 now. So what is that, 6 years? Basically 6 years. So I'm just gonna read the first one. So it says, September is my biggest month yet. I sell 4 logo packages, because remember back in the day I was selling logos, brand design, etc. I had no idea, like I'd never done a launch before. So I had completely unrealistic expectations on like what was typical for a launch. So I wrote, I sell 4 logo packages, 4 website packages, 4 social media packages, and 4 complete branding packages. Like that's insane. That I had no idea that like your first launch is like good, but you ramp up. My launch is incredibly successful. It feels so good to be a successful business owner. I'm like speaking it into existence. I love the way money flows to me easily and effortlessly. This is cool. I love the way it feels talking to a successful businesswoman and having her congratulate me on my success versus I'm always like, oh, congratulations. Because everybody else was having the success, but me, I wasn't having success. I think what it was is like, I was learning how to launch for the first time, and I had never launched before. So I probably started like reading how to launch things, and somebody's like, you should journal. So I'm like, okay, I'll journal. I just want a successful launch. Let me skip ahead here. I want to find a different year. Here's a little drawing I did. I'm grateful for all things in my abundant life. Mind you, at this point, I think this is the stage. I don't remember exactly, but this might have been the stage where I was living with 5 people. So I was like definitely like speaking this into existence here. Here's a day that was like not a good day. I'll share it with you. Even though I'm experiencing the feeling of sadness and the feeling of discouragement, very typical for entrepreneurs, I'm going to choose to rechannel those feelings. I am choosing to experience the feelings of gratitude, happiness, and love. Why am I happy? Right? So I'm like speaking this into existence. I am launching a program and selling 4 spots. Much more realistic launch goals, by the way. I've learned how launches go at this point. My very first program is sold out. Cute. I'm getting better at vlogging. Interesting, I was doing some vlogging at the time. With each video, I get better and better.
What would you journal right now if you were to put your next entry in?
I would put my next entry in. Honestly, I would journal like the pride that I have for being at 7 figures and maintaining 7 figures. So there would be a lot of gratitude around like what I've accomplished, but full transparency, there would be the frustration that we have not hit 8 figures yet, because that's the thing about the levels. When you hit one level, you want to hit the next level right away. So I would be journaling a little bit of frustration, but that's more okay now. I think 6 months from now, I would have been really frustrated because I didn't know how to get to 8 figures. Now I feel like I know how to get to 8 figures. I just like literally need the time to make it happen, which feels good. Like having clarity always feels good. And the other thing that I would journal on is a lot of fears around motherhood. Like this is about ready to change my life, and I've never had a kid before, and I know it's a big life change, and I would journal like, what is this going to look like? And then probably, 6 years from now, I'm sure I'll be rocking and rolling, and I'll be like, oh, that was cute. Like you're worried about it, it ended up being fine. But yeah, that's very top of mind for me right now, is pride for not just like having a great month, but maintaining and making $2.8 million in the last 2 years, which is awesome. And then a little bit of like, have we plateaued? Like how do we get to the next level? Like I'm ready for more. That feeling of like scratching that growth itch rather than the maintenance itch. And then finally, like, I'm gonna be a mom. Like what is this gonna look like? So I think all of those fears would be journaled as well. It's a good question. All right, so I'm going to read you the last entry, which was this February. So 02/16/2022. So that means I have been journaling. In this journal, there's entries from 2016 to 2022. So somewhere in here in the middle of all this is like my thoughts around COVID, which was, that was a shit show. Okay, so where was I 10 years ago? 10 years ago, I was 17 years old, a lot of stuff about my childhood. I was ready for the next stage. What was I focused on? I was focused on doing everything I could to create my own life, which I think is very typical when you're at that age. I was ready to create my own freedom. How did I measure success back then? So I was going through this journaling exercise, right? So like, how did I measure success 10 years ago? In some ways, I had similar definitions of success. More practically, I measured success by how many boys liked me. That's fun. That was 17-year-old Maria. So, and what that feeling of accomplishment. How has my situation changed? I mean, in 10 years, literally night and day. I make what I would have considered to be an insane amount of money. I control my own life. I'm living life on my own terms now. The other question that they had is a prompting question. I was at this like networking event and they're like asking these questions. What do I know now that I didn't know before? I know what I'm capable of. I know that anything I set my mind to, I can achieve. I trust myself more and I'm more confident. And then this is a great way to end this. Biggest lessons and accomplishments. Lessons, choose you, not other people's opinions. Go for it. Choose gratitude and don't worry, it's fine. Like I had so much stress as a little 17-year-old and it's fine, don't worry. I could probably say the same thing to me now, right? 27 years old, already to have a kid. Don't worry, it's fine. Go for it and choose gratitude. And then accomplishments. I wrote down hitting 1 million at 25 years old, becoming a soon-to-be mom, which I'm excited about, getting a dog, super proud of my little dog, building a huge audience, and almost a 10-year relationship. So Will and I have been together almost a decade. Next year it'll be a decade. And I'm super proud of that. It's so fulfilling. So it feels very vulnerable to share, but I'm also really excited because I think that I hope it removes me from any pedestals that I might be on where it's like, oh, Maria was perfect and she never doubted and she never had fears. It's like, no, I had all the same fears, all the same worries, all the same stress, different challenges, right? We all have different challenges and everybody has a different load to carry, of course. But I think it ultimately comes down to like what I said, which is like, just go for it.
Do you think other people should journal?
If you like this and would like to see more videos like this, literally just click the like button. It helps us know what videos do better. So if you don't like this video, you don't have to like it. That's totally fine. But if you did like it and you would like to see more of this like inner entrepreneur stuff, just hit that like button and that tells me and my team, these videos are popular. Let's create more of these. So if you liked it, hit the like button. If you haven't already subscribed, be sure to hit that red subscribe button below and I'll see you in the next video.